Before I start this video, I want to say go ahead and subscribe at my other channel. The link is in the description. I'm going to be uploading there at least like 3 times a week. Please subscribe there as soon as possible. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm over halfway there. Go ahead and subscribe, please. And without further ado, I'm going to jump straight into the video. Okay, so this video is going to talk about something that hardly anybody ever talks about. Like if you try to find it online, like you probably won't find anybody talking about this subject. But it's basically about dealing with having a blank, like, trauma face. Now, I'm not talking about just a blank face. I'm talking about a face that shows that you've been through trauma. You know, a lot of people think that they have this, but they don't. Like, they think, oh yeah, I've had a blank face before, I know what that. No, it's completely different. It's a blank face, but it's more than that, you know. And it almost disturbs people. It doesn't disturb them like, oh, why don't you smile more? It disturbs them like, ugh, you know. And if you're not getting that reaction from people, then you probably you don't have this. But people that have it will know exactly what I'm talking about. But it'll get you ostracized. People will target you. Like, toxic people will target you as soon as they see this face. It's like a microaggression of almost like your face is completely numb. And I see people who are like mentally disabled have this face as well. Like when they are trying to figure things out, like in a really like social area, like where they know they're gonna have a little bit of performance anxiety. They know everybody's looking at them, and then their face goes blank. It can happen to regular people as well. Like, you can be of normal intelligence, right? It's not, because the reason why like people who are like mentally disabled have this is because they have a traumatic life as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like almost all of them are gonna have this blunt face that they make, right? But and that's that. Like, if you make this face, an average person who doesn't know anything about like trauma, if they haven't been through that, right? And just in general, we live in a system of white supremacy, so you're gonna have a lot of white people who have had like a normal life. Like, they don't have bad parents, they had good parents, and they have like a system that kind of helps them, you know. So anything that seems like somebody's had a hard life, like they're just gonna write that off, like, oh, you know, he looks just like that retarded guy. And or, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those, it's a face that nobody's really gonna understand, you know. But it's normal for somebody who's been through trauma to exhibit this. And so what you want to do, if you have that, if you feel like people are disturbed, not bothered, not aggravated by your face, but disturbed by you, right? Like, if you walk in and people are disturbed, everybody can see and you don't feel like you're making a face, but everybody, it's trauma, it's the blankness, it's the numbness to your face that freaks people out, you know, because they haven't been through it. So anyway, let me get to the point. You have to move your face. That's the key. And it's kind of like, it goes along with the videos I've been talking about earlier about when you've been through so much trauma, like, you freeze a lot, right? All it takes is somebody to look at you a certain way, or if you feel like you're about to have a performance anxiety or whatever, like, you start to freeze, you freeze up. The same thing happens to your face, and it doesn't go away. And especially if you're having a stressful day, if you're freezing and your face is freezing and you have stress, so you have the tension in your face and all this stuff going on, then you're going to have an even harder day, because then people are going to target you. People are going to start doing things to make you have this face, you know, like, because they are entertained by little stuff. Like, people are bored like that. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? They target people. But anyway, and you'll get you'll get called names. Like, they'll call you all types of stuff. They'll call you crazy. They'll call you retarded. They'll call you slow. And again, it'll be before they get to know you. Of course, like, once they get to know you, normally, not all the time, but normally people will understand that, okay, well, that person's normal. But if all that's happening to you, again, it's about movement. Don't let yourself freeze. Even if, and you expect things to happen, like, you have to expect that people are going to be mean to you, or are going to try to catch you off guard or give you a hard time. And you don't focus on your reply to them. Like I said in my previous videos, you more focus on keeping your body movement fluid and like, keep it going, right? And you do the same thing with your face. You know what I'm saying? And most people would see something like this, and you'll hear other people, right, tell you that you need to smile more, and it's really not even about smiling. Like, they just don't understand that this is a different look than other looks. Like, they don't understand it, right? So it's more about just moving your face at all, like, just, you know what I'm saying, like, raising your eyebrows. And you have to do that upon interacting with somebody. Like, whenever you move, like, you're going into a new area and you have people that are coming past you that you're about to interact with, or you know what I'm saying, I don't know if you want to try to micromanage your face to the point where everybody that you go by, that you're constantly moving your face. But that's up to you how much you're going to do it. But what you would do is, either you can smile, you raise your eyebrows, or you can do that face where you move your lips to the side, where you're like, like, you're doing like that. And you're just breaking out of the freeze mode in your face. You're breaking out of that. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. I think it's like having a lot of tension in your face, right? Plus just freezing. And you freeze a lot more than other people because you have, like, PTSD, you know what I'm saying? So, and also performance anxiety, and just having social anxiety. So what you'd have to do is move your face more, and massage your face, like, get your jaws, like, all the areas that normally carry a lot of tension, and your eyelids, right? Like, it's hard to manage how your eyes are going to act, like, whenever you're in a social area, when you have, like, social anxiety or things like that. Like, normally people, when they're even slightly nervous, like, their eyes are going to widen, right? Like, we walk around with really wide eyes, and that's hard to disguise, and that'll get you targeted. Like, they teach police and people like that to really watch their eyes. And you'll notice, like, if you see a cop, like, most of them look like they have, like, that dead eye expression, just because they practice it. Or people that are security guards in prison, and also toxic people, like, they always have that reptilian look to their eyes, right? While targets, they have the wide eye, like, almost kid expression everywhere they go, and so you want to watch that. And having even a slight tension in your eyes makes your face even look more blank for some reason. But so you watch that, especially, like, when you're meeting a new person. You don't want to have that wide eye expression, like, I'm being evaluated and I'm scared, or I'm being evaluated, now I have the trauma face because I have performance anxiety, and you just look, But what you would do in that situation, whenever you're around people that you're first exposed to them, try to squint your eyes in a way, slightly, like, really, that's one of the most important parts of dealing with this type of defect. It's basically to try to show that to try to hide your fear a little bit. And because people, when they know that you're afraid of how they're going to judge you, they know that they have power over you, and it's kind of like they want to start to try to use that. They're like, okay, yeah, I have a leg up on this person. So you want to kind of turn the tables and look like you're evaluating them. And that involves squinting your eyes a little bit and scanning them up and down, versus standing there staring blankly, like kind of with the wide eye, like deer in the headlights expression, you know. So yeah, there's multiple things that go with this. It's just something that you have to work on over time, and you can actually change how people view you. I mean, to a degree, you know, it just depends on your status. If you're a black person, you know, there's only so much that you can do as far as that goes, just because you're going to be designated to be treated bad anyway. You know what I'm saying? In a system of white supremacy. So there's only so much you can do, but you can improve it a little bit, you know. And if you want more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe to my other channel. The link is in the description. I'm going to be posting there, like, I'm going to try to post there a couple times a week, just to give mainly just my own content. And I'm trying to get the subscribers to about like 1,000. I want to get 1,000 subscribers there as soon as possible. So I'm already at like 500 and something. So I should be there pretty soon. But if you're not subscribed there yet, go ahead and subscribe. And that's all I got. Peace.